How to complete the Brewmaster achievement during the Brewfest holiday in World of Warcraft. The event is located outside Ironforge for the Alliance and outside Orgrimmar for the Horde. You can easily fly there, but for Alliance players, a quick option is using the Borealis portal and then the Ironforge portal. And now that we've arrived, let's get started. The Brewfest Diet. We have to eat 8 specific Brewfest foods, so simply follow along with me to hit the vendors. For the Alliance, purchase the Essential Brewfest pretzel from this bread vendor, some spiced onion cheese from the cheese vendor, and finally pick up these 6 sausages from the sausage vendor. Now simply click all of them to eat. And for the Horde, you'll find the sausage and bread vendor on your right and the cheese vendor on your left. Direbrewfest. Open the Group Finder tool and select Corin Direbrew from the drop-down. This will put you in a dungeon group queue that can take a few minutes depending on your role. So while you're waiting, you can work on some Brewfest quests or just check out the festivities. Now is also a good time for me to mention that we're going to need about 200 of these Brewfest Prize Tokens later on in the video. You get them mostly from doing Brewfest quests, which is why I recommend doing these while you wait on your queue. But I'll also show you how to get more later on too, just don't spend any yet because you'll need them. When the queue pops, it's just an easy one boss encounter, and please don't be shy to do this if you're new. I promise it's extremely chill and takes like 1 minute to kill him. And don't forget to open your keg-shaped treasure chest for a chance to get the Brewfest Kodo or Ram mount. Speaking of the Brewfest mounts, the next achievement is Have Keg Will Travel. You can complete this achievement 2 ways, either by getting extremely lucky and obtaining one of those mounts, or the easier and typical way is by purchasing Brewfest hops, which will simply transform your mount for a temporary duration. Speak to the Brewfest vendor and purchase the fresh Brewfest hops, which will only cost 2 tokens. Right-click it to use it and you'll get this 1-hour buff, and now when you get on your mount, it will turn it into something more festive and you'll get your achievement. Also, this seemed a little buggy with flying mounts, so I'd try getting on a ground mount. The next achievement is Does Your Wolpertinger Linger? All we have to do is the quest called Catch the Wild Wolpertinger. When you pick up the quest, before you get started, speak to the NPC again and ask him about the Synth Brew goggles and get a pair and put them on. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the Wolpertingers. Then just run around and find 5 of them and click on them with the net. When you turn in, you'll get your really cute Wolpertinger pet. I absolutely love this pet, and I tried to say Wolpertinger as many times as I could because it's really funny. The last achievement we have is Brew of the Month. We have to purchase the Brew of the Month club membership form for 200 Brewfest Prize Tokens. So I hope you've been doing some Brewfest quests and saving them up. I personally had about 70 of them at this point, and while you could simply get the amount you need by doing quests and dailies and killing Corbin Direbrew over a few days, if you want to get it done right now, here's how. This was never a thing before, but with the Draonflight expansion, they added these bar tab barrels that you can find at inns around the Dragon Isles. You get 10 tokens per barrel, so that's what I did and just flew around to all of them, and they also have them in the new War Within expansion zone of Kaz Algar if you want to go there too. I'm not going to go in depth on all the locations, but here's a list of them all and I'll put them in the description as well. Once you have the 200 tokens, purchase the club membership and it will give you a quest. For the Alliance, just head to Ironforge and turn it in and you're all done. I've never done this on the Horde side, but I'm sure it's very straightforward as well. And that is everything for the Brewmaster achievement during the Brewfest in World of Warcraft. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys for the next holiday to do Hallowed Be Thy Name.